It's a mess, but oh well.
And we're live.
Are we?
Yeah.
We're live. Hi, guys.
And I remembered to unplug my headphones before setting it up today.
Did you? Oh, that's great.
That's well, we didn't do it live last Sunday, did we?
Oh no, you see it already?
So notifications went out quick.
Yeah, that was very, very, very quick. So
So
yeah,
that's good.
it
Because I
is.
think some people will say that they don't get a notification until like 30 minutes in.
Yeah, I got one, so I'm good here.
Pretty cool.
So,
Well, Miss Armida, thank you for listening in while you work.
yep. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope y'all can hear us very well. Yeah. So, babe, what's up? What's going on
Ugh,
outside? Tell us why you're all sweaty.
I'm hot. I'm sweaty.
Well, I was a little bit, then I came inside. Yeah.
By
Getting,
my shirt clock, I'm almost all the way down to the bottom.
yeah.
So
So,
normally I have to reset my shirt clock by getting into a new shirt. But today, actually, the weather, we're only in the upper
yeah.
70s, lower
Ow,
80s
that's
today.
my shoulder.
I know a cold front obviously come through is probably affecting a lot of people here, central
Mm-hmm.
and east coast
Yes.
as the cold front's going through.
But we're taking
But
advantage of it.
it feels great outside. I'm mostly sweating because Miss Pyro.
Yeah, that was it. He asked me to go outside and start the fire. That because they had piled up a whole bunch of, trees and
Whole bunch of
leaves
stuff.
and stuff out there. So a whole bunch of brush. I have a lot of
So
plastic
obviously,
shavings, but
if you're a member to
mhm.
our channel, we thank you for being a member.
Yeah,
We currently have 6 members, and if you would like to become a member, you can
yeah,
always click on that join button and see what we have to offer. Just know that I am going to be revamping that a little bit.
yeah, definitely.
Um, we've already talked on that a little bit. Gonna probably talk on it a little bit more just to see
uh,
more of like what we're wanting to do
yeah,
for the member perks, right? I have some ideas floating in my head, but we're going to add one more membership
for sure. Yeah.
to that, and it's going to be a lower tier membership.
Hmm.
That way, the lower tier right now is going to be kind of going up a little bit since it is a, a bigger cost. I think our lowest one right now is 2 something a month,
Something like that.
and then
Yeah.
we're going to offer one that's a $1.99 or whatever it is.
Yo, yo, yo. Hi. Evening to y'all that are on the other
But
side.
I do talk about the memberships a little bit more in the Monday video coming up because we took a hike
We took a
and we took a hike.
we did.
No, but the reason why I was talking about the memberships is because what we are currently doing right now, I did a member only video,
Mm-hmm.
kind of showcasing exactly what we're doing. And if you wanted to see that, you had to be a member
Yeah.
to see exactly what we were doing.
Just getting ready for fall and
Yeah.
and winter. And can't wait. It's gonna get nice and chilly. So you've been cutting trees,
Cutting trees.
and we've been opening up some more land. And
Scared this one.
yeah, I was in here, and all you heard was a big old thump, and I'm like, "Jeez."
Well, I was saying because I was using a chainsaw.
I couldn't hear him from inside here. That was yesterday or the day before.
Day before yesterday. So
I didn't hear him.
I was using a chainsaw, cutting, obviously cutting smaller stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But this one was actually a fairly good sized oak. So the fattest diameter down towards the bottom was probably around a 13-inch tree diameter wise.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, to this date, it's probably for oak, right? Obviously, the cedars that I cut down for the bridge is the biggest trees I've ever cut down, circumference wise.
Yes.
But for weight wise, this oak is definitely the biggest tree I've ever cut. And
there's still one next to it, not that far
there's 2 more trees I got to cut down that's almost twice as big
as that.
as this one. And she heard that tree fall down inside the RV, even though she could not hear my chainsaw.
Yeah, I couldn't hear the chainsaw. So
But
I
it just lets
came
you
out
know.
and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. So it just lets you know it's
bend down the tree.
a big tree.
Yeah, it's all to clear out the land where the home is going to go, the manufactured home. So that's what we've been doing, burning down a lot of brush and raking and clearing out trees. And now I'm doing artwork on my own. So
Doing stuff for the kiddo.
for the kiddo, she wants to be something called the marionette.
The big kid, not the little kid.
Yeah, she wants to be a marionette.
Too old to be out trick or treating, but she still wants to dress up.
I think it's
dressing up is not illegal. Thank you.
Friday nights at Freddy's.
Oh, no, anybody can dress up.
5 nights at Freddy's.
You just can't go door to door fucking candy.
Actually, I can pass for.
Mom's like, she's like, I have a mask, is what Mom was saying, and guess whose mask it was? A Jason mask. So here I am filling out little holes, covering up things, covering up more holes with plastic.
There's also supposed to be something else wrong.
And so I'm gonna be sanding and painting.
One of these days, I actually would like, because I mean, we love dressing up for Halloween.
Yeah.
And I know one of the years in Virginia, we dressed up. I actually made. Is it what movie was that from?
It was from the Book of Life.
Book of Life.
Mm-hmm. And I have this skirt that I made and the top that I made. Who was it by? It was what's her name? Maria.
And he was Manolo.
And then Manolo from the Book of Life.
Manolo.
So he
and I actually made the cardboard
forever.
square, all stuff. It took me a couple months to make it.
Yeah, but
You want to show them?
that's when I was learning how to sew.
Yeah, because
This was like years ago, and I made this
even
big
made
old.
the flowers.
Yeah, I stitched everyone by hand, and we were just.
That was a cat.
I mean, obviously, I don't still have mine, but
No.
she still has hers.
Yeah, my kiddo wanted to wear it, so she's like, okay.
Yeah, she gave it to me as a dress up when I was younger. and
I was like,
I can't reach.
I am pretty sure I can make that a lot better now
Yeah.
than I did back
Oh,
then.
I'm sure.
But right now, I am working on her mask, and it's not going to look like Jason anymore.
Gene Simmons. Yeah.
I know, so yeah.
I don't have a pointy enough tongue to be Gene Simmons.
No. But yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we love Halloween. So, and they like dressing up. So here I am making costumes in
Yeah,
September.
we've always liked making our own costumes.
Oh, we like art.
And because I even did one, I mean, obviously before we were together, I made a T1 Transformer.
That would have been cool to see.
So it's Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
And I think the only picture I had is before I painted it, and is our oldest daughter, the one that's in college.
Mm-hmm.
She was only 8 or 9,
Wow.
and she was wearing it. And it was made for me, and it just like engulfed her. It was pretty funny. But yeah, I enjoyed making that one too. But for me, like ultimately, my favorite type of costumes or things is steampunk.
Yes.
Like, I love steampunk
So
stuff.
we have been talking about that forever and doing.
I have one that I want to make.
a
I don't know if I still have it on my phone or not.
I like the and another thing that had been for Christmas. I was like, hey, there's a steampunk Santa Claus. So I was like, hey, you might want to do that one. It's pretty cool. But
I want to see if I
lost my
have.
circle. So yeah, it says we're fellow bass players. Bass. Bass.
Okay,
Bass.
Bass.
Sorry, I get that all mixed up.
Yeah, sure, it
Fish.
says
I think
bass.
of fish. So. But bass players. Okay.
Yeah.
I like the name tubular.
Trying to
You can't
see.
hear that. You don't hear that a lot.
No.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I still
That,
have.
that reminds me of the 80s and 90s.
I don't know if it's
The word tubular.
That does remind me.
tubular.
Yeah, it's pretty
Tubular and
cool.
like nautical, totally nautical.
Yeah.
That reminds me of like California, the beach.
Oh God, what movie that guy used to say that a lot?
Let's see, let's make sure.
Oh, what was his name? I forgot his name. There was this one movie.
I'm still trying to.
Oh,
look to
there was
see-
like that other guy from the one from Hocus Pocus when he took his
Focus, focus.
he took his shoes away, and the guy's like, "Yeah, tubular." You remember?
No, I don't.
I don't know.
Are
That
you
just
talking about
popped up.
Stitchface, the patchwork?
Yeah, I think so.
I forgot
Says
his name.
she
The
can
one
go to grandma's shed and chicken coop, dog shelter, her shed and your trailer and well house and fridge shed. Let her trick or treat. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the chickens. Yeah. No, she still goes. She'll still go as a big kid. As
No, it's not. I don't have it saved on here.
I
It's
know
probably on
that,
the
like
computer.
in Virginia, they don't let them after a certain
Yeah.
age. Was like
They don't care
13,
here.
12 or
They
13.
don't have that long. So
But,
actually, if I want,
I would
can't.
rather. I mean, if the big kids want to go trick or treating, I would rather them go trick or treating instead of getting themselves in trouble somewhere else doing something.
Hello, Wanda.
But yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's not illegal in Arkansas.
so yeah, so here I am doing this and that, and painting while we're clearing land, while our everything's growing perfectly. We've moved things.
Yeah. Well, before we
Yeah.
go off of the costume stuff, even though I can't find a picture, I thought I still had it on my phone. The costume that I would like to make that's steampunk inspired is actually of a blacksmith,
Oh yeah.
but he has a steam powered hammer that's attached to his hand. His arm is basically a steam powered hammer, and then like it's a whole backpack type inspired thing that is like a big steam canister, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
I don't even know. Like the only place that I know of, well, in California, you're still allowed to. Adults are allowed to dress up and be in downtown in San Diego.
Yeah.
And they'll go and just hop in bars, but the only way you can get into clubs or bars is by wearing a costume.
Be dressed up, yeah. Oh yeah, there's
And-
always going to be adult
I had a culture shock
parties or
when
adult inspired stuff for Halloween.
Yeah, I had a culture shock when I was stationed over there because, I mean, it's been forever that I've seen an adult dress up.
Yeah.
I mean, and so many people in downtown. It was like, wow. And one of the funniest ones was a man wearing a big old pad. I was like, what? But I guess there's weirder ones out there.
Oh yeah, I've seen some weird stuff. Most definitely.
But yeah, I don't know. Y'all can tell us some of y'all experience, or if y'all still do costume, and yeah, that'd be awesome too. I know that where we lived when we were young, we used to go to the rich neighborhoods, and they would close down the
whole street.
the
would be
whole street.
closed, yeah.
And they would have these awesome, huge haunted houses,
Haunted
and
houses,
like big old bags
fire
of candy.
pits, just all kinds of stuff. I remember going to stuff like that.
Sheesh.
Do you remember the ones in Virginia? There was that one house that was always
Yeah.
like completely lit up, and they gave out like the Minecraft axes, the full size candy bars. and
Oh,
all
that was so
stuff.
cool.
Those
Oh
are my
yeah, that's the
favorites.
best part. Going and getting the full size candy bars.
They had the
Yeah.
candy bars, the little light up wands,
But
the axes.
But yeah, that seems to be the topic right now.
Yeah. I mean, obviously living here out in the boonies.
you have to drive.
I mean, they do trick or treating stuff like that in our town.
They do. They do.
We can always go inside to city limits and
Yes.
do some trick or treating up and down the houses and stuff. But
they
I know a
do-
lot of the folks here, they
Mhm.
actually travel and go over to. It's one of the towns closer to the city. It's called Greenwood,
Yeah.
Oh,
and that area is actually has a lot of the upper class houses. Is like a cheap house is $500,000.
But even cool.
So kind of going into
So, yeah,
those areas, those neighborhoods,
yeah, that's where we took them last year.
and that's where we went. Last
But
last
no, the year before last year.
Yeah.
Yes, because last year when we went here, they have trick or trunks.
Trick trunks.
Yeah,
Yeah, they'll do stuff at the schoolhouse.
we used
I
to
think,
do that. They did them at church.
at the church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we used to do that, and on base. We remember we did our trick or trunk in back of the Jeep, and
Well, they always did the trick or trunk at that park.
Yeah. Oh, no, we did it on base.
Well, I know that they did them on base too, but
One's on baseball.
the ones we always it was at farmers market park.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Remember we used to go to the farmers market.
So what do you got here? We have hi Wanda.
The
Let's see.
steampunk is cool. All
Yeah.
the pipes, tubes.
Weird hats and there's that big
Yeah.
place. Where is that at?
All
That's
the cogs and-
overseas. There's a place overseas. I do not remember. It's a whole carnival of steampunk, and they have like these huge, like, moving mechanical.
Mhm.
Oh my god! Like,
Well, I think
big
one
old
of
things.
the biggest places that does that is either between Sweden or German.
I don't know. It's somewhere out there.
That so I know that in Sweden it's actually pretty big steampunk.
It was somewhere out there. It was like a big old
Inspired
carnival. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I've always been inspired by steampunk stuff. It's been pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wish I could show you the picture because I know I have it saved on my computer,
Somewhere.
but because we just utilize the YouTube studio for casting our light. We don't go through any of the other programs or whatnot of doing our light, which we used to do.
Yeah.
One, but you have to pay for it. It's a paid service to get rid of like the little pictures or little things. So
Yeah.
I try not. We just utilize this.
Yeah.
Obviously, if we ever get a little bigger or whatnot, we can always do some of that stuff. Or if we're wanting to share out our screen or different things,
Oh yeah.
we can do that. But for the most part, we just come in here and we like talking to y'all and seeing what you have to do, what you've been up to, and kind of if we have stuff to share that we haven't put into a video, then there's obviously the platform that we utilize that for, or some insights
Yes.
to some of the future projects.
Yes, definitely.
So what are some of the things that we've talked about possibly doing here very soon?
What are they? I don't remember. Hint. What was the hint?
What are we sitting in?
Oh, we're sitting in an RV.
What are we gonna do with it?
Oh yeah, we're gonna flip it. Not as in flip it, as in make it pretty. Flip it.
Yeah, we're gonna take a tractor and we're just gonna flip it over onto its top.
No, we're not doing that. We're living the world upside down. Yeah.
So.
Oh no, we're moving it to.
We're moving. Yeah, we've talked about that.
Yeah, but we're not moving far.
And it's so we are getting help from the community with that.
And we're doing it because it's a need in order to have access.
Yeah. So, and then another need. So one things that we have not talked about that we could talk about is there's something else that needs to be moved as well, not just the RV. So we have one thing, which is the RV going that way, and then something that's over there has to go this way.
Perfect. Oh yeah, her tiny house.
The playhouse.
The playhouse.
So, if you guys have noticed, the playhouse where it sits, we have the power line. It's an overhead power line, goes over to the playhouse because for one, it was cheaper on the company to run an overhead power line instead of underground power line. So that they obviously went with the cheaper option. And then with that too, that area where the power is, the power pole, that power pole staying, it's not getting moved.
Yeah.
Well, we need to be able to bring trucks in.
So we're just going to swing it. And
to be able to do that, we would have to disconnect that power. Well, I'm not going to disconnect that power and reconnect it, disconnect it, reconnect it, disconnect it, reconnect it every time that we need to bring stuff in. And we still want to be able to utilize that space, for the kids. So we need to move it to this side, basically where the little rock pile is that's behind the RV, close to mom and dad's shed room.
Yes.
We're going to move it over there because we do not need trucks to be going on that side of the well house. Right? So as long as we're putting it to which going that way is south, to the south side of our well house, then it won't be in the way.
Next to our well house.
And
that's where we're going to have it pretty much.
I'll turn off the power, obviously. But I think we will be able to move it and get it into where it needs to go without disconnecting the power, the overhead line.
Yeah.
So, but to do that, we're going to have to jack it up, take all the blocks out from underneath it, set it down onto its skids, and then skid it over to where it needs to go, and then jack it back up to re-level it, putting it back onto rocks or blocks or the things that are needed.
Yep, the things that are needed. It would have been
So,
nice to just leave it.
Obviously,
up
we're going to have to do that after moving the RV because we still have that industrial chic area that hasn't been finished cleaning up.
It's almost gone.
And it's almost gone.
It's almost completely gone.
It's too much work for Lil Mac. So we also have some help from the community that's going to be helping with that project.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
With a tractor that's a little bit bigger than ours.
Yes, definitely.
But you just don't know who that's going to be yet.
Mom just woke up with her hair picking up and everything.
Good morning, Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, my body hurts.
Her body hurts. She's been run over by a train.
Yeah, so we actually went up. Well, if you've been following some of the projects that were going on, where I went up front and kind of showed you guys with the metal and stuff that's up there, they've already taken that up to get turned in.
Yeah.
And I actually went up there and helped out with Lil Mac, and Mom took a tumble. She's trying to do somersaults, thinking that she's 13 again, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And it wasn't a hard fall, but
she's bruised.
It was hard enough that she bruised her hip.
Well, it was, and she didn't have her life-saving necklace. The help I had fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Dad and I were right there, so. Yeah. And I asked her, I said, "Are you okay?" And she's laughing the whole time. She's like, "Yeah, I'm fine."
But he never got off the tractor.
Because you said you were fine. If you said, "No, help me," then I would have gone off the tractor.
Sure. Hey.
But
look
because,
at y'all.
Because you're
bought them
laughing.
for me and y'all ate them all. See, I never get those. Mom's always buying me chips and then she's always taking them back.
Yeah.
And then I barely even get pieces of it.
Why
did it send me in the first place? Oh yeah, so that gives you the right to eat mine.
Mm-hmm.
It was your daughter.
Yeah, she eats 90% of them and then blames his dad. We already know how it goes.
Help.
Hi, Mom.
I didn't touch that. We're going to accept chip donations.
So it's, yeah.
No, she doesn't. She'll take your chips.
I accept them.
Chip donations.
So there's one mom, and then my mom is actually in chat.
Have to charge her.
So you see Linda Moody, that is
taking my chips.
That is Mom.
Hello, Greg.
And
who else is here?
So
Wanda.
Along with that, just if you guys could just keep my mom too in your thoughts and prayers, my mom and grandma. Mm-hmm. We won't go into detail of what's going on, but they are about to be going on a road trip over to New Mexico, Arizona area. Mm-hmm. And with that, just for family stuff.
Lots of prayers.
Yeah, just keep them in your thoughts and prayers for their travels as they're going over there to take care of some stuff.
Yeah.
All right, and then they'll be coming back shortly after. So definitely do that, please.
Yep.
It'd be greatly appreciated. Because I know it's her oldest brother, my uncle, is actually going to be driving.
Yes.
Which he's a retired truck driver, so he's good at that, and he's got a big Ford 1-ton dually. I mean, it's pretty posh. So it'll be a nice, comfortable ride.
Yeah, very comfortable for Grandma.
Yeah, so that's a lot better than Grandma's little Buick and such. So definitely thank you guys for that. And then also thank you for those of you that had commented an early happy birthday to Miss Gladys.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Yeah.
And then
an early
little closer to the autumn equinox is going to be my mom's birthday.
Yeah.
So everyone can reach back out and say happy birthday.
Yep.
To Mama Moody.
Yeah. All these early birthdays. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that kiddo's the only outlier.
Yes.
Like
She-
her birthday is nowhere near anybody's.
hers was August. Mine's coming, and
Who's an outlier?
then
You are.
both
Leave me alone.
Anson and the little one are share
And
Yeah.
the same month, and the oldest share the same month. So
Yeah,
yeah.
we're because it's one birthday and then it's 2 days later it's another birthday and then 2 days later it's another birthday.
a lot of people go around.
So it goes 14, 16, 18.
Yeah. So bad. For your homestead.
Good
Well,
question.
Good question.
We love questions. And any questions y'all have, answer up.
Well, so far, we've did a climb of our life. I figured
Getting ready for hunting season.
hunting season.
Oh.
Yes, I am hoping
So
to bag.
Not just us, but also protection. Well, not necessarily protection,
Yes.
but kind of helping with keeping folks off of our land.
Yes, that's what we've been preparing for.
Yes.
We've been going up and down our property.
Yeah.
Taking care of
But
our line, our fencing, clearing up space. We've already heard hunting dogs here.
yeah,
Um,
even though it's early buck season for archery,
for archery.
it was only 3 days long.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's the last day, and
Yes.
ever since day one had started, you just start hearing rifles.
And you're like,
It's not rifle season yet, even for it's early archery.
early in the morning you hear the rifles,
Yeah.
and you're
It's
like,
starting like 8 o'clock in the morning. And you're like,
I'm sure you're not
or
calibrating it. You're doing something else.
Yeah.
But I understand one or two here, but hearing a bunch of them, and it's like, yo, that's not cool.
but yeah, the biggest thing, obviously for the property for the homestead is getting our house. So the house
Yes.
has already been ordered.
Yes, it has.
We've already put the initial deposit down. It's been ordered. So now the factory is going to start building it.
Mhm.
And then we've been given a timeline of 4 to 5 months.
4 to 5 months,
Roughly.
hopefully.
They're hoping that it'll be ready to be delivered before Christmas. So
So-
right now that's the timeline. It's out of our control.
The latest.
Other than
Yes.
right, the only thing that's kind of within our control is getting the house pad done, getting the land cleared, getting the house pad done.
Yes.
Because the house pad is now on us, right? So getting the funds for bringing in shell, getting the funds for
Mhm.
the dozer operator to come in, because we don't necessarily need a dozer operator to build the pad.
Mhm.
We just need a dozer operator to finish clearing the land and to level it,
So that we're able to.
and then we will bring in the material, and I'll utilize our own tractor, or folks within the community will also help with tractors if needed to actually make the pad. So
Yeah.
we're not going to hire someone to come build it. We're building it ourselves.
Yes.
We just need help with leveling the land and getting out stumps and stuff like that.
The driveway is almost done. It is almost. We did knock a lot of trees, and we did drag them and,
Yeah.
burn off the limbs, and then kept,
Yeah.
the logs. Did a lot of the clearing. We do have some big old giant trees that are gonna need to get knocked down by the bulldozer for sure.
Maybe.
Maybe
On the driveway side.
on the driveway.
So
on the
I
driveway.
have marked trees.
Yes.
Because they told us as long as we have 16 to 18
Yes.
feet, we should be fine, which we do all the way down. It's done.
Yes.
So
it's just the corner of
Yeah,
the
'cause
entrance
it's like
that really needs
it's like a
that
curve.
cleared
So,
off.
but the person that's supposed to be coming to look at the property of where the house is going and stuff like that, the site survey is what it is.
Yes.
He was not able to come last week, so we're planning on him coming this week, hopefully Tuesday-ish. Give or take, because it's also right around the same time, Tuesday, Wednesday, is when we're trying to move the RV
Yeah.
and possibly the playhouse all on the same day. So it just all depends on how long it takes us to move this, how long it takes us to clean up the industrial chic area with the rocks and stuff behind well house and then
Oh.
getting the playhouse moved.
Yeah.
So with that, if they tell us we need to clear more of the driveway, then we will. But as of right now, based off of their criteria, the driveway is done.
Yeah. Yeah, the
And-
driveway is it's done. It just needs a little TLC.
And Greg asked, how much land do you have? And I actually talk about that coming out on Monday's video as well for a lot of
Yes.
our newer subscribers that are here. Thank you.
Yes.
But we do have, it's a little over 25 acres.
Mm-hmm. And
The majority of our acreage that we have is actually going up a ridge and then
Mhm.
down the backside of the ridge. So from where the RV sits in the driveway going out to the access road up to the main road, which is that way,
yeah,
is roughly 6 acres.
yeah.
Give or take. It might be a little less than 6 acres.
Mm-hmm.
And the amount of area that we have cleared to include being like around the ponds, where the RV sits, where the new house is going, and then mom and dad's cabin site, all of that cleared. We probably have a little under 3 acres cleared.
Yeah, so it's a nice piece of chunk up here in the front, and
Yeah.
it's beautiful back there, up the ridge. It is very
Yeah.
beautiful. It has a lot of promising areas. Definitely for hunting, clearing
Yeah.
out, making a path to walk up there, even drive up there, because we do plan on having our home up there. So
Yeah,
there are some very promising.
Yeah, at some point we for our home
Mhm.
that we're building is going to be on top of the ridge, but obviously we're going to have a road built up there.
Mhm.
We're going to have a
Yeah.
site cleared up there, so that's all stuff that we're going to let a bulldozer do that.
And we will be
Yeah.
taking the lower part of the ridge to go up to
Yeah.
build that drive, because it's a lot easier. Not it's a gradual ascent going that
Yeah,
way.
going that way, which is behind y'all.
Yeah, it's a very gradual ascent.
That's the
compared
west,
to here, it's
the
steeper.
west side of our property. Yeah, because you guys will see on the video coming out Monday for especially the newer folks
Mm.
that side of the property, the east side of our property is very steep. I mean, it's almost a 45-degree incline.
So we
Some areas are even steeper than 45 degrees.
Yeah, we have seen. We've been here for a while now in the property, so we have
Yeah.
seen the heavy rains for sure, and the little droughts.
Yeah.
This year wasn't that much of a drought in
No.
the property. Last year it did drain. I mean, it did dry up the seasonal creek.
Yeah, the creek dried out completely. This
Last
year,
year. This year
it
didn't.
It never dried out
And
completely.
when
It's not flowing. but
when
it's-
it floods, it's only by the creek, and we've seen the
Yeah.
path that it takes, so the family is okay where they're
Yeah.
going to build their homes for sure.
Yeah, all the building areas
Yeah.
are definitely outside of the flood area. Now, I will say the area
Mhm.
where mom and dad's cabin site is, that area. So it wasn't last year, but the year before, we actually had
Mhm.
like 100-year record flooding,
Which helped a lot in figuring out
and
how far
it-
that property.
and even that amount of
Mhm.
water, it would have been touching their footers
Mhm.
of where footers are, but since we are going up, right, because the
Mhm.
back of their house is going to be like almost 3 feet off the ground.
The back of it, yes.
So even with that, the water that would be coming down that creek is touching the footers, but it would not be high enough to go into their cabin.
Yeah, definitely.
So
So
because the very front of the front, as you're looking at the house, it'd be the front left corner is the lowest footer,
Mm-hmm.
and that footer along with the 6x6 post that's going to be on it, it still puts the floor at almost 1.5 feet off the ground.
Yeah. So
The back of the house is a lot taller.
that's why I say we were thankful to see that much
Yeah.
rain to figure out how deep it would get.
Yeah, that's one of the things
So-
that we've definitely, or
Mhm.
I, not this one, have walked around the property when it's raining,
Yeah.
and even some of the real heavy rains, just to see how water flows, just
Yeah.
to see what,
And
even
we-
up on the ridge, I've
Mhm.
walked all the way back there
Especially now that
in all these
it
areas.
was cleared.
Yeah.
Forestry guys cleared out their path up there, and they've made pathways for the water to come
Yeah.
down our ridge. So we've assessed that to figure out, okay, this is
Yeah.
where they're having the water go through. So now
Yeah.
we have to figure out which way it's going. We've seen, and we've also cleared out our driveway,
Mhm.
and we still need to clear it out some more. So we still need to get someone to go in there and dig the edge trench of it as well to help with that flow. But yeah. What else we got? Y'all should check with Gummy. We found a guy. Gumby. Yeah.
And
We found a guy. Yes.
that dozer guy that's been helping out the community. It is the same person that we've already talked with.
Yes.
He does, so his price range is very reasonable. There's another person that is in a town next, like a little further to our south, that's right around the same price point.
Yes.
But either one of those people, they actually have, it's a 5-hour minimum. So to be able to even get them to come to the property, for one, we need to have at least 5 hours worth of work for them to do,
Yes.
which we do. I mean, we have plenty enough that we can do. But, and like the work that we're doing right now with clearing trees, cutting trees down and stuff like that, we're trying to minimize the amount of work that the dozer guy needs to do because of that. You know, we're trying to get to where they only need to take out stumps and move dirt.
Thank you, Charlie.
You know, that way all the stumps can just get pushed to the side and not have to worry about pushing down trees, clearing trees, stacking trees off to the side, you know, because that takes a little more time to do vice just pulling up a stump and just pushing them, right? A little easier to push stumps than it is trees.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that we've kind of been doing with that. And in the event that he gets this area over here cleared and leveled before that 5-hour minimum is up, we have other stuff that he can go do, you know, like clear it, because I want to be able to put another ditch down the side of our driveway that's on the ridge hand side.
Yes.
That way that water can drain without, because right now whenever we have really heavy rains, all that water just goes right down our driveway. And it erodes a lot, any of the rocks that are there. So we do need to bring in more material for the driveway, but until that ditch is established, I don't want to bring in material. So we have projects like that we can do.
We have where we have to clear all the land right there beside the entryway that we're planning to put goats in.
Yep.
So we have that,
which is on the other side of the pond.
Yep.
We have up mom and grandma's area where their cabin is going. That land could be cleared. So there's a lot of stuff we can start doing.
Yes.
And we are going to do that.
So the modular home, as of right now, it's going to be where mom and grandma will be living, as well as aunts and I and the girls at the moment. My mom and my dad are my parents. They want to stay in their shed. They love it.
They're
they
still
say
happy with the shed room.
There's a big room for them that they don't want to be in a little room. So we're going to be using that right now at the moment until their home gets built. Once mom and grandma's home gets built, then we will stay there.
This house won't. So we were going to be building. So this is going to be the gathering house.
It is,
and that's eventually what it's going to be.
But and for right now, it's just a stepping stone to get out of this RV.
Yeah, right now, because we want to get out of the RV, because wintering over in an RV is horrible.
It's crazy.
2, we also need a place for grandma and my mom to live, because they need to get rid of their house, and they're trying to move by spring of next year.
Yes.
Well, that wasn't enough time frame for us to be able to build a home for them to be able to move. So that's why we started looking at modular homes. Because we can have that done within that same time frame. So this house is already going to be installed and ready to live in before then. So they're still going to be living where they're at now. Excuse me. And then we will be able to actually take trips up there, get some of their stuff to bring back, and actually start moving it into their room. To kind of help with alleviate some of those things that they need to move all at once.
Yes.
Right. So we can, take like a trip a month, kind of go up there to visit, grab a truckload of stuff, and bring it back.
Yes.
And just do that at least one weekend a month, And so whenever it's time for them to move, it's a lot easier.
Yep. So
of
that's
a moving
why that is
process.
part of our expenses.
Yeah.
Part of our expenses is making this the platform to lay the house in, as well as moving around all the having to dig up and move around all of the sewage stuff.
Thank you, Charlene, for
Having
dropping
to
in.
Transfer the RV that way. So all of these things have to happen so that modular home can get there in time.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of work. Obviously, we're still budgeting stuff, going through. We're not debt free by any means,
but we're getting it done.
And we're getting it done. It's I mean, obviously, I want to be able to just like, hey, let's go do this, or hey, I want to get the Doja guy in here like today. Well, we can't.
Like,
I need to kind of wait.
Baby
steps.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're still a small channel, so
still got other expenses.
We're doing, but we definitely thank you, to all the members, for everybody that watches our video from start to finish.
That's awesome.
That's watching. That's your way of supporting us by watching the ads, by watching the whole, sharing us out. We thank you. We thank you, all of you.
Hey, every little bit helps.
It does help a lot. Some of these latest videos that we've been putting out have been some of our best videos since the life of the channel.
Surprisingly, it was
they've been doing very well, and it's obviously thanks to a lot of the folks that are here, by sharing us out and helping us grow.
Yep.
So we do thank you.
Yep, we started with just wishing to take care of our parents to here we are, making it happen. It's our turn to take care of them.
Most definitely. Yeah, I'm definitely ready, because once my mom gets here, she wants to get hot and heavy on getting her trailer ready. So if y'all did not know, my mom actually has a food business. It's a traditional Navajo tacos.
So we're hoping to get her back
Navajo
up.
fry bread. And she actually wants, so she had a brick and mortar building in Springfield, Missouri, where they're at. And obviously because of COVID and all this, the C word, sorry, because of all that stuff, right, it got shut down.
It hurt a lot of people.
And it hurt a lot of people during that time. Well, she has a food truck, a trailer, right, that we are actually going to get set up and get going once she's here. But until then, right now it's just a storage trailer.
It'll happen though. Especially with her yummy Navajo tacos.
We love some Navajo fry bread.
Yes.
Good stuff. And I mean, because she does even desserts with it.
You're making me hungry.
I know, right? I mean, she's even made hamburgers with it. All kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah. There's a fat kid inside you. Yeah.
Because the best ones I always liked were, because they almost look like little pretzel bites, but it's Navajo fry bread.
And then she would call them buffalo bites.
Buffalo bites. And then you take those, and she had different dipping sauces that you can put them in.
But we were deciding to call, I don't remember.
So good.
Yeah, they were buffalo bites. Mom's here. Mom will let you know. They're yummy. Yeah, they're yummy.
Yeah, Wanda, I do that. I'll watch videos on TV.
Yeah. Thank
quite
you
often,
for talking. Talking what, Mama?
What did Mom say?
Talking something. Mom, some friends put a little heart there somewhere.
I don't know.
Heart. Let me see. Does that work?
Thank you too for taking care of
us.
I think it's of us. Yeah.
Oh.
You're welcome, Mom.
Duh. We have to put up with y'all's crazy shenanigans. Gosh, old people. I'm saying.
If it wasn't for Dad, I would never have any of this work done around here.
No, Dad
this one just likes to sit inside all day.
How dare thy?
But am I wrong?
I wonder how you got fat in the first place.
Yeah.
No.
Someone got lazy in her old age. Now that, well, you're not even 40 yet.
No, I am not. Thank you.
You got another year to go.
No, I don't.
2 more years ago.
I was going to say, that's a lie. I know, right? I'm already getting wrinkled. I already have more gray hairs than my mom. God, that woman doesn't age. I did all this.
Yeah.
I did it.
All
I take after my dad, I guess. I take after my dad when it comes to gray hairs. Not my mom. My mom just likes to swallow her for years.
Her ears.
For
She likes to
years.
swallow her ears.
For years. Mom's like a vampire. Right, Mom?
Yeah.
That's why she's
Indeed.
young. I remember they used to say, "Is that your sister?" It's like, no, that's my mom.
That's my mama. Yeah. It happens.
Yeah.
So what
it
else?
does.
Do we have anything else going on
No.
that we need to
Um.
speak of or not speak of?
Oh, I'm. My chicken, or mine. Our chicken laid eggs. I got 2 eggs so far. It's been like every other day, but today is like the
mama
other
hen.
day, and she hasn't even done it. But yeah. So I was so excited about that.
And actually I looked up. So with that, because they've been wanting to get a bigger flock of those. So those are called Nankins. They're Nankin bantams,
Nankin bantams.
and it's a fairly rare bantam. And you look them up, and they're pretty pricey.
Uh-huh.
So we started looking up because we have one little rooster,
I know.
and then we have 3 hens that were 3 hens that are basically the kids of the mama hen. So
okay, he wants to get the mama and the son together.
so looking up,
So-
some of the industrial norms of chicken
What do y'all
breeding or whatnot is siblings, whether they be half or not, because 2 of the hens look completely different from the mom and from one of the sisters, right? Because they have like darker or like a bluish tinted feathers. They're a little darker brown, and then the mom is like a really light brown with almost like a white leg, and then the other hen that looks a lot more like the mother is a really light brown, and she has green legs.
Yeah, she
But
has green legs.
no dark feather except for like the tail feathers, but they're completely, so you can tell that it's probably 2 different roosters that those hens came from.
Is that how that
Well,
works?
They would still be considered half siblings, even if it did come from 2 different roosters, which is still kind of frowned upon of putting siblings, whether they be half or not, together. I mean, it says that you can, as long as you don't see like defects or whatnot. You're still looking for stuff like that.
How about y'all tell us?
But
tell us how y'all feel about that.
But whenever it comes to industry standard, it's still very common to put like a mother son together, or like a rooster, which is the dad daughter, together to get another breed, or not breed, but to get more chickens,
what do y'all
roosters
think?
and hens from that, and then you're taking whatever you get from that. So if you end up getting another hen from that mixture, right, then you can still take that rooster and still breed them with those hens, because it's a dad-daughter type situation. And then if you end up getting another rooster, the rooster from that one can now go with the other 3 hens that we have, because it's not considered a sibling.
Yeah, those are.
So you're able to kind of get those and stuff. And yeah, I mean, I've talked to Jeff a little bit with stuff. Whenever it comes to these, he wasn't interested at all in.
He wasn't interested on the
bantams.
The bantam.
But I have talked to him a little bit, and I've done quite a bit of research and then talked to them about it.
Yeah, that's why he told us, and we were kind of like, huh? Like,
yeah, and it's all different in the background.
He talked to my like, he was talking to us, and my oldest was
man
there.
Kim Homestead. Howdy, Peter.
My oldest was there, and she was like, "What?
Yeah,
that's incest." And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it.
And I'm telling you, it is industrial standard. I mean, obviously, you want to try to keep the different family members, away from each other. So obviously, if you have 2 completely stranger birds together, it's good. as long as you know what the lineage of those birds are.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if we're trying to make Nankin bantams,
Yeah,
you need to stay with a
Nankins.
Nankin bantam,
Yeah.
and that's kind of the same thing. So if you look back in history of royalty, right,
Nankin.
they kind of did the same thing, which in
Yeah.
humans I think is disgusting.
And
But
Nankins
whenever it
were,
comes to animals, as long as they're healthy, they do that a lot. Even dogs, cats, chickens.
and when it comes with the
and stuff.
Nankins,
They
they
do it
were
quite often.
endangered. And in 2006 or 8,
Yeah.
they did an organization for them to kind of bring up the numbers.
Yeah.
So ever since then, they've been like protected.
Yeah.
And that's all we want to do too. We
And-
want to bring up their numbers too. They're beautiful.
And I know Dad can get more down in Texas from one of his friends, for fairly reasonable price. But
We would have to.
she's actually looked up the closest area to us that has them, and it was in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma or Missouri. It was one of those two.
One, yeah,
And
it was
one of them didn't have them.
$10 per egg,
And
Not
that
a
is
chicken,
not guaranteed
egg.
that it would.
not guaranteed to hatch.
Yeah.
Not guaranteed to hatch. $10 per egg,
I was like,
and you had to
"What?"
hatch it yourself, and it's not guaranteed to hatch.
And then you wouldn't know the sex either. So.
And you're not guaranteed a rooster or hen. So I'm like,
we're
oh my
like,
goodness.
um,
Yeah, so I'd rather crossbreed.
It says mom and son or father daughter is my normal crossbreeding. Okay, mom and son
Yeah.
or father daughter. Okay, I see.
Yeah, because it should always be a parent kid crossbreed.
Yeah.
Never do siblings together. Never.
But yeah, so we're gonna take a crack on that and see how that goes.
Because
Did the research and
I'm pretty certain that one of the hens and the brother, because the brother, which is the rooster, there's only one rooster, has the darker colors, like the two hens are darker colors. But then there's one hen, even though they're considered a sister because they came from the same mother, has lighter feathers. So I'm pretty sure that they're half because of the mom. But that's even, from what I found, industry standard is still like a no, even if they're half siblings.
yeah.
So.
Yep. Just want to know what's the best.
Oh yeah, we definitely are going to be getting different chickens, different types of chickens.
Yes.
We will be at some point getting meat chickens. We will at some point be getting, other egg laying varieties. To only have hens in those areas. And but we're still building infrastructure, right? We still need fencing. We still need to clear land. Still doing stuff. Just right now, we're trying to focus majority of our stuff with the amount of funding that we have on this house.
Yeah.
Once this house is done, then we can start splurging a little bit. To let's go get some fencing, or let's go do this. Let's go get this animal or that animal.
Oh yeah.
Because one of the areas she talked about that's on the other side of the pond. She's like, well, I'd like to get in here and clear this. Well, my idea of what I wanted to do was just clear the edge. So basically along the creek, along the pond, the driveway is already clear. We've already done that. The roadside is already cleared because we've already done that. Just clear those enough that we can put in some hot wire temporarily and then put the goats over there and let the goats clear that area.
Yeah.
That way we can go ahead and go get, a small handful.
Let them do it.
If you get, because that area is a little over an acre, so you'd be able to put 6 goats in there, and it would take them quite some time to clear an acre.
Oh, but they'll do it.
Of semi heavily wooded area. You can't walk through there very easily. So
I think it would work. It would definitely work. Says if you want great egg, Americana or golden comets are the best.
Yeah, golden comets are awesome. I do like those. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Americanas. I mean, I've always too. I've liked the Easter eggers.
Yeah,
I know because for our area of Arkansas, Easter eggers, it was kind of like developed in this area. So
Yeah.
for summer, winter time frame, they're 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 known for still being able to lay eggs
They're sturdy.
year round.
They're sturdy.
Based off of our weather.
Mhm. But yeah, they're pretty sturdy eggs.
Yep. But yeah, Americanas are definitely a good egg breed for this area as well.
They made it for this climate and everything. So yeah.
Wow. You guys didn't see what she just did.
Can't see it anymore.
It's kind of hard to see. It's whitewashed.
It used to be. Well, we'll see how that goes once I get to the painting. Yay!
Near Pocahontas.
I haven't painted in a while. I picked up a brush. It's been a while.
It's been a hot minute, but I'm going to be going back outside because we're still clearing up some of the stuff that we've already cut down. Mm-hmm. I still have a lot more to clear.
Oh, my kids!
I have not really been recording any of what we're doing over there. Obviously, some of the stuff that we have coming up, right? So some of our future videos that will be coming up, obviously moving the RV is definitely one.
Yeah.
Moving the playhouse. So you guys will be able to see that whole ordeal. We are going to be working along with the community. A small handful of folks will be coming here to kind of help with that.
Yes, they will. A lady.
So definitely appreciative of that.
That's golden.
And then,
yeah.
Other than that, I got some fence posts that I need to put in. I don't know if you guys want to watch me dig a bunch of holes by hand. Let me know.
Well, yeah.
Little Mac, so we've been able to keep the air, in the front tire of Little Mac. So I do have borrowed from a buddy the post hole digger, so I can always throw that back onto the tractor and dig some holes because I have a whole bunch of cedar posts that need to be put in.
Yep, and then we gotta
just to get ready.
A whole bunch of barbed wire to wrap around, and this whole front part of the property is like riddled in barbed wire fencing.
Yeah, we've been taking all of that down.
I'm sure the previous owner here had lots of sections up on the ridge for animals because we've been finding it everywhere. Yeah. So it says I had one golden comet hen that would follow me around when I dig. I'd shovel and then she would scratch for worms.
Yeah.
That's what happens with my dad and his mower. Whenever he's out there mowing, those chickens are out there right after
behind,
him.
like right close.
Because all them grasshoppers and worms start popping out and everything.
Crickets,
and he is
all
after it. So it was like, yep.
That's funny too because the nankins, they're quick. Like those little hens, they're fast.
And my
they're
fat
like,
boy,
my
fat boy is not.
Yeah, Max, like he's just like don't.
My giant Brahma is just like
trying to keep up.
Like he just,
it's so funny.
He can't, and then he gets so upset at them because he was going for a worm and he can't get the worm, so he plucks at them.
Yeah, I mean because the mom hen is at that point now that she's starting to lay eggs again. The younger hens, they're still not quite there. I think two of them are getting close because their combs that they have are starting to get a nice red color.
Yeah.
The lighter one, her comb is still like a real light pink. So we know that she's nowhere near.
One of the females is also crowing
trying
like
to
the rooster
form dominance. But it
and
is
you would
funny.
see them. They fight. The girls, they will fight. Yeah. The younglings, they would fluff up and start fighting each other. And it's like,
but Max tries to chase them down. I mean, obviously he's a rooster. They're hens laying eggs, so he's trying to chase them down, but they're just too fast for him. So it's funny.
Yeah, it says feed them some cheap Walmart bread. They will produce double.
Nice.
Oh, we have I made some bread the last time and it was getting pretty old, so I shaved off the outside of the bread.
Yeah.
I made croutons with the inside, and the other stuff I just started feeding it to them. And
Yeah, because
Yeah,
hopefully
they-
before winter gets here, because we're still trying. We don't have the chicken run finished. So I still
Yeah.
need the fencing for the chicken run, the netting for the top. Because come winter, fall winter time, I would prefer them to be only in the run area, not just out and about the whole property.
yeah,
Uh,
but that's where they're all right now. They've been around the
to
property.
kind of help, especially once they're starting to lay eggs, because
Yeah.
that's the whole point of this coop and the run
Mhm.
is for the egg production, right? So I would prefer them not to be out and about laying eggs,
Yeah.
in the yard, and we have to go searching. I'd rather them be in there. That way we can just go straight, grab the eggs, and then be done.
Yeah.
Now, once we get other breeds of chickens for eggs that can go in there, and then some of these other chickens that we don't mind if they're out free ranging,
Yeah.
they'll be in different areas. So, but that's what we got going on. That's what we're doing.
That's
We're
all,
actually at the end of
folks.
our hour. Some other folks go live today.
Yeah.
So
today.
definitely be listening in. Also, I know Peter's going live later.
Yep.
I can never remember who goes live.
Yep.
But we
Yep.
definitely thank
Yep.
everyone
Thank you.
that dropped in today
Yeah.
to kind of listen to us just chit chat about some of the stuff that's going on.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Listen to me. Listen to me grind stuff and
yeah,
everything.
we're working on her mask.
Not mine. My kids.
Yep.
Yep.
There it is,
There he
5:30.
is at 5:30. Yep.
Yep, definitely get over to Old Man King Homesteads. Greatly
Yep. Yep.
appreciate
Yep.
it. I do try to drop in every now and again.
Yes.
We're
Yeah.
just so busy. So
Awesome. Awesome.
thank you. And
Yay.
all right,
We'll see you next time.
last but not least,
Always thank a veteran at every chance you get.
not only on Veterans Day, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yay. Oh.
I have that disabled.